Hey there, today I'm going to be talking about a recent fan favorite MCP release with Ms. Marvel. My name is Nate, and welcome to the Gamers Guild. Alright, nothing quippy today because I just got a package in from Tritex, the guild sponsor, that is going to need some work so that I can hopefully have it, or them depending on how ambitious I am, ready for a battle report next week. That's right, Tritex has hooked me up with both the Blade and Moon Knight expansion, as well as Dormammu. So, as you can imagine, I'm really excited to break out my hobby snips and glue and get to work. If these characters or any of the other upcoming characters are on your want list and you don't really want to wait, please take a look at the guild sponsor Tritex Games. Their pre-order prices already take 20% off of retail, and then you can use the code TritexGGCP5 at checkout for an additional 5% off for a grand total of 25% off, which is fantastic. Especially with all of these upcoming releases, from Hulkbuster to the entire Convocation wave, which for the UK looks to be releasing October 1st. And if you are worried about the shipping speeds, I'll just say this, that the package that I just received took 8 days to arrive after being shipped, so all things considered, still quite quick. So if you want to support this channel, get a solid discount, and get some stuff earlier than you might normally, please go and check them out. It is also thanks to Tritex that I'm able to do a monthly giveaway. All you need to do to enter is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment on a video that comes out in that month. Now with that said, let's talk about Ms. Marvel, aka Kamala Khan. She has 5 stamina, moves medium, is usually size 2 for 3 threat. Her physical and mystic defenses are both at 3, while her energy defense is at 4. And considering that she is also an Inhuman, it means that she has a pretty decent stat line. So moving down her normal side first, she has her physical Morpho punch. It has a range and strength of 4 for no cost, but it will get her a guaranteed power, and on a wild, the attack gains push, and will let her push the target character towards her as long as it is size 2 or less short. Thankfully, it is a May though, so you don't always have to bring the enemy in closer. As for her normal superpowers, she has Embiggen, which costs 3 and allows her to transform into her Embiggen form. And it can only be used once per turn, though I'm not really sure how you would need to use it twice. I guess maybe all you've got, but anyway. Her second power is Take Out the Trash. It also costs 3 and lets her choose an interactive terrain feature or enemy character of size 2 or less and within range 3 to throw it short. And like most other throws, it can only be used once per turn as well. Finally, we have her Innate Powers. Inhuman will let her reroll 1 die in her attack or defense roll, and the fact that she is immune to poison as well. Then on her bigger side, she still moves medium, but goes up to a whopping size 4, though she still only has 1 attack. It does have a range of 3 and strength of 5 for no cost. And better yet is that it will get her power back equal to the damage dealt. And she has some new powers to add to her larger size as well. She retains the Inhuman and Poison immunity Innate Powers, and gains Morphogenetics. It allows her to reroll 2 of her attack dice as long as her target is smaller size than she is, which is admittedly going to be most of the targets in the game. And at the end of her activation, she will transform back to her normal size. She also gains Polymorph, which lets her interact with objective tokens that are within range 2 instead of the normal range 1. It is also worth mentioning that her injured side is the same as her healthy side, so no changes to worry about there. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty whelmed by her card, which is weird to say because there isn't any one thing for me to point or call out as being bad. Really, it's quite the opposite. Her normal builder is really long range and guarantees her some power at 4 dice, which is what I want to see. She has attack and defense consistency. She is actually really mobile once she hits 3 power, because she gets the 2 range 1 places in a single activation, which is up to 4 inches of movement off of 1 superpower, which is also kind of cool because that mobility can be broken up. She also has some control elements with her throw, and once she goes big, she can actually land some pretty decent punches, rolling dice about as consistently as Zemo against the majority of targets in the game. So I'm interested to see where she lands affiliation-wise. Avengers, which has either been confirmed or strongly hinted at, would be great for a Sam-led team getting another control piece and affiliation on the board. And the Inhumans getting another 3-threat is a welcome addition to their team, especially since she can play on your back points really well, which not many of the other cheaper Inhumans can do because her long range and place effects letting her throw her weight around off of objectives only to end up back on them. So all in all, Ms. Marvel should be a pretty straightforward character. Go big with her when you can get off 2 high fives, but otherwise save her power for her throw or tactic cards because that's the only thing that she can spend power on. But the tactic cards that she has are really quite good, or at the very least very interesting. Fan Club can be played after a friendly Captain Marvel uses one of her different abilities that costs power. Kamala can then spend 3 power to play this card. If Captain Marvel uses the Danvers special, Ms. Marvel can then throw an interactive terrain feature or enemy character of size 3 or less and within range 2 short. If Danvers used binary form, Ms. Marvel may transform into her embiggen form, and after transforming, will push all enemy characters within range 2 of her away short. And finally, if Captain Marvel used Rocket Punch attack, Ms. Marvel may advance medium toward the target character. So a variety of options, being able to throw an enemy into a building only for Ms. Marvel to then throw that building into the enemy seems really good. But even just out of activation movement is going to be handy. The power cost of 3 seems a little high, but again, Kamala doesn't have a lot of things that she's going to be spending power on anyway. However, if you're going to spend power on a tactic card, you do have another option in A Better Tomorrow, where she joins up with Miles, and his leadership already pairs nicely with all of her rerolls that she wants to do, but a card that lets her transform and place within range 3 instead of range 1 is solid. But then she also gets to bring Miles along for that ride, and after she's done with her place, you can place Miles within one of her. They do have to be within range 2 of each other, and they do have to spend 2 power each. But this lets Ms. Marvel get a basically free medium move and transformed into her SmackDown mode, while also giving Miles a good chunk of free movement along the way. A card like this on an objective like Wakandan Herbs could wreck any defensive plans your opponents may have to try and slow down Miles from scoring the herb, especially in the Inhumans affiliation where he can just be fed some power early. And while both of these cards can make for some really cool and fun plays, I'm not sure if one beats out the other. But with tactic cards going to 10 by the time she releases, I bet you could fit one of these in for her. And while this video is going to be a little bit short, I don't feel like there is much more to say. Ms. Marvel isn't going to excel at any one thing, but her well-rounded card does seem to stand out amongst our other 3-threat jack-of-all-trade characters, namely Iron Man and Winter Soldier, but I wouldn't be too surprised to see both of them being selected for the rules updates that we are expecting, so we'll see how long Kamala gets to sit on that throne. Now I'm going to go and start painting on some of those new arrivals for a battle report. As I close, I want to say thanks to all the members of the Guild Hall who are supporting what I'm doing with the channel before I close out. Your support continues to encourage me so much, and if it weren't for you all, I wouldn't be able to do everything that I have. If you're interested in supporting the channel, check out the links down in the description for the Guild's Patreon page, as well as Tritech's Games page, where you can use that discount code to let them know I sent you their way. As always, thanks for watching. It really does mean a lot to me, and until next time, keep on gaming.